Direct right hand for Pacquiao. Another right.
He is pressing forward. Barrios in major trouble.
Hard left hand.
It's a good left hook. And now Barrios.
Hey there, it's Coffee with the Goose. Yeah, I kid you not. It's me. I'm back with my friend Jude, of course. And welcome to Coffee with the Goose. So glad to be back in the saddle again, as Roy Rogers used to sing, right? Remember? Never mind. Giving away my age. We're going to talk about a boxer. You may have heard of this guy. His name is Manny Pacquiao. Now, I know you've heard of him. He is the biggest name in boxing, and he's back. He's going to fight again. I know you've heard about it, but we'll give you all the details here. Not a bunch of gobbledygook that those other guys throw at you. Anyhow, before we get going, ours is good, fact-based gobbledygook, okay? My coffee, very strong, like my opinion. And, of course, I got some creamer in there to make it sweet, just like me. Good coffee. Thank you, Jude. Good stuff. So, anyhow, my wife and daughter left me again. It's, you know, Filipinos, and Jude, you're one of them. I'm married to one. My lovely wife, Raquel, from Cebu, of course. She leaves me all the time. She keeps coming back, thank God. But they left the country again. They went to a place called Curacao, an island off of Venezuela. And good for them. You know, she hasn't been on the beach in 2 years, so it's good medicine for her and my daughter, Cammie, who just finished her first year in college. So good for them, and good for us, good for all of us. You know, happy wife, happy life. And Coffee with the Goose back in the groove now. We're going to talk boxing. Manny Pacquiao, as you've heard, back in the ring. He's going to fight Mario Barrios for the WBC Welterweight Championship of the Year on July 19th. That'll be probably in Las Vegas. We'll see. More details yet to come. So there's a lot to unpackage here. Let's start with the opponent. Who is Mario Barrios? Okay, there's three current WBC, three current welterweight champions, of course. Mario Barrios, he's 29-2 with 18 KOs, 1 draw. That happened to be his last fight. Many of the naysayers are telling us, well, he's the easiest of the three welterweight titleists. No, that's not true. The other three are undefeated, and they're very good fighters. The WBO is Brian Norman Jr. He's 27-0 with 21 KOs. And all credit to him. Not going to say he doesn't deserve, all his props. But you look at his resume. Who has he fought? Not really that impressive. Okay, but good fighter. The WBO and IBF champion is Jaron Ennis. And he's got a pretty good record. 34-0 with 30 KOs. He's got a pretty good resume, but again, nothing spectacular. So those are the other two. The third one is he's the WBC champion in recess. I have no idea what that means. That is Terrence Crawford. He hasn't fought in the welterweight division in a couple of years. He's undefeated, and he's got a great resume, but he's not in the mix. So you got those two guys and Mario Barrios. Why do these guys say Barrios is the weakest of the links? Maybe because he has 2 losses, but look at who he's fought. First of all, those 2 losses are Keith Thurman, who Pacquiao beat, but Thurman has only lost once in his career. So you lose to Thurman, that's give you a pat on the back just for trying. And the other is a terrifying fighter, Tank. Gervonta Davis, who is undefeated, but he's not welterweight. He's the lightweight king. He's scary. So, Barrios has fought. The 2 losses are against great fighters. He also beat Yordenis Ugas to win the WBC title. Who is Yordenis Ugas? Well, you should know if you're a Pacquiao fan. He beat Pacquiao in Manny's last fight that sent him into retirement. So he was a very good fighter. So, Mario Barrios is very, very good. He's accomplished. He earned his belt. So to say he's just, an okay fighter who's not really that great, no, he deserves all his props. He's a champion. Now, Manny, first of all, Barrios, by the way, is 6 feet tall. Manny's 5'6". We're used to seeing this disparity. What am I trying to say?
Disparity?
Disparity. Thank you, Jude. See, that's why Jude's here. He's my thesaurus or something like that. But you see, we've seen these differences in height and reach and everything else with Manny and his opponents for years, and that's never stopped Manny from winning and knocking out fighters. Barrios is 6 feet tall. Manny is about 5'6". Barrios is a orthodox fighter. He's right-handed. Manny, of course, is a lefty. And Barrios is very accomplished. He's Mexican-American, grew up in San Antonio, Texas. And, you know, anybody who is, any fighter who's from Mexico or of Mexican descent, they have all the fundamentals down. They're not a flash in the pan, and they're very good fundamentally, and they're tough as nails. They come to fight. So this will be a good battle between Barrios and Pacquiao. And if you're an aggressive fighter, you're coming at me. Hey, that's good for Manny. That may not be so good for Barrios, but we'll see. Manny, again, 46 years old. He hasn't fought since 2001, and that loss to Yordenis. But remember, and that was a championship fight, so don't tell me he doesn't deserve to be fighting for a title after a 4-year layoff. I don't want to hear that. Plus, the fight before that was against Keith Thurman, when he became the oldest reigning WBC, the oldest reigning welterweight titleist in history at 40 years old. So it's not like Manny's just, coming back from many, many years out of the ring and he has no business fighting for a title. It's Manny Pacquiao. Okay. Of course he deserves to be fighting for a title. He's the cash cow. He's the biggest name in boxing, even though he hasn't fought in 4 years. He's the guy. And even, at 46 years old, everybody wants to, they don't necessarily want to fight Pacquiao because that's a tough hill to climb, but they would love to say, I beat him, or at least I give it my best shot. Pacquiao, remember, maybe the greatest, well, definitely the greatest pound-for-pound fighter of all time. 8 division world champions. No one has more than 6. And the only 5 lineal division title holder in boxing history. He's the only fighter to have championships in 4 different decades. So it goes on and on. Manny Pacquiao is, and he's beaten, Floyd, your Floyd Mayweather fans will say, well, Floyd has fought more championship fighters than anybody else. Yeah, one more than Pacquiao, but Pacquiao has fought more fights against championship fighters than anybody else. So no matter how you want to dice this, Manny he's the man. And we've had the pleasure of meeting him and, interviewing all the people in Manny's camp. They invited us to his training camp just in Vegas before his last fight. We has been to the Wild Card Gym. Jude and I will share more about that later. He's the guy. He's still the guy. Don't believe all this nonsense. Well, we've heard this all before, by the way. He's too old. No, he's not. Well, he's too small. He's what else? We've heard he cheats. He's juiced. There's no way you could do that. 8 divisions. He's passed every drug test he's ever taken. And so, where's the proof in the pudding? It's just not there. Manny is still the guy, and he deserves to be there. What do you think? Do you think, A, he deserves to get the title fight? And B, can he beat this young champion who's in his prime? I still think he can. We'll learn more as we follow the fight, preparation, the training camp, and we'll dissect the different fighters, and we'll do it as good as anybody. You know that. We've been following Manny for a long time. We'll break it down for you. We'll tell you what their tendencies are, what their strengths and their weaknesses are. Now, all fighters have weaknesses, even Manny, and how they'll approach the fight game. Manny, along with his amazing skills and toughness and never say die attitude and experience, he's got the smartest group in the business with Freddie Roach and Boo Boy, and I don't know if Justin Fortune is still working with them. We'll see. But this is the A team in boxing. You go up against Manny Pacquiao and company, you better have your best game because, they're going to bring their best game. It's going to be fun. July 19th, probably Vegas, and it'll be the next day is Raquel and I's my wedding anniversary. So hopefully 2 reasons to celebrate that weekend. We're going to have a great time. Jude and I are so happy to be back in the game with you guys. We don't talk trash. Although we can. We don't say we're the best in the business, although we can. No, we're not. But you guys are. You're the smartest group in the bunch. Of all the YouTube viewers, you're the smartest. And that's why I love to get your comments. So let me know what you think. Are you happy we're back with you? I hope you are. Are you happy Manny's back in the game? What do you think's going to happen? Let us know. We'd love to hear your opinion. And the fight is 2 months away, so there's a lot of time to cover all the business, all right? That's it for Coffee with a Goose. Thank you again for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon.